All right, another episode of Breaking Balls here.
Breaking Balls.
How fucking dumb was that?
That's pretty dumb.
Is that dumber than Andy Shark?
It's close. It's close. It's
Remember those would be sitting there and Dino would be like, okay, you're getting a dog today, right? Let's talk about the dog. And we'd be like, this is not what we want to do.
No, the best one was when we got Tangway in the studio. He told us
I wasn't there.
Oh, that's right, you weren't there. He told us how much everybody made at Comcast. It was posted, and 10 minutes later, the lawyers were calling. They had to take it down and cut out all the parts where Tangway revealed all their secrets.
I mean, do you miss Tangway or no?
Yeah, I like Tangway. I mean,
You're trying to bring Trenny back, right? I heard.
I'm not involved in that, to be honest with you. I'm not involved at all.
Do you think she's coming back?
I don't know. I didn't think so until yesterday. Someone said that they were in discussions with her.
Joe Zarbano? Who else would it be?
He didn't tell me that. I think Mud or somebody said that they're talking to her. No. And I said, really? I think she threw out a number. And
really? Oh, so she's willing to do it.
Threw out a number. Exactly. She's willing to do it.
Oh, then she's coming. Once that happens, she's coming back.
Yeah, but how long will it last? You know her. She'll get mad at me and
I won't be there. It'll be fine. Anyway, so this is Enough About Me episode something. KirkMinahanRadio.com, Gerry Callahan, Judas Callahan. You can follow him at Judas Callahan on Twitter.
Oh, God. We're going to start with this.
It's been a month since I made my final appearance on the Kirk and Callahan show.
You're on this station.
Show.
You're around here more than you ever were when you were full time.
So I know. You're right.
God,
you're right. And I thought about that. And I've decided that this is going to kind of be it. So we'll sort of say goodbye here.
Oh, God, we're going to get emotional?
No, but I'm saying I think it's not fair to you and the Mut and to Ken and Chris, and I'm like even doing crossovers or doing their podcast. So I think a good divorce is probably best for everyone involved as I go on my thing and you go on yours. Don't you think?
Sure. Well, I don't mind. People say.
I know, but I think it's not fair.
I like to see you.
I know, but I don't think it's fair to Mut.
I mean, when Dino hangs around the station, I get a little uncomfortable. But when you're here, it's fine.
Well, I have to be here.
I didn't know. I heard you say that Mutt's uncomfortable. He was uncomfortable when you popped in that day.
I thought he was, yeah.
I didn't notice.
I felt bad. Because it's kind of like it's not a winnable situation for him.
No. You know what? He was put in a bad spot. He's not even making a lot of money for it. He's not getting paid for it. But we just showed up one day and the show was changed from Kirk and Callahan to Mut.
What do you think?
The photo was just
really good photo.
Just slapped together, these two old photos. It was such a rush job. It wasn't fair to Mut. He was just told one day you're the morning host.
Well, do you feel like it's the Mut and Callahan show now?
Some days are better than others. I thought today we had a good show today.
I didn't hear today.
What day is this? Tuesday the 16th.
Yeah.
18th.
Was Andy Hart was in?
1 week till Christmas, yeah.
It was a good show?
Yes, it was.
Good.
Because, as you know, the only all-sports shows that really work are Patriots. You know, that's
especially when they're losing. Or whatever.
When they lose and when Brady's under the gun and when all the national guys are talking about him.
Was Brady bad on Sunday?
All the Shannon Sharps and Max Kellermans, and you kind of play off that, and we took 1 million calls and we fought, and that works.
Right.
You know that.
Sure.
That works.
I've done that, yeah.
It doesn't work with the Red Sox or the Celtics or anything else, but it works with the Patriots. So they provided, as they often do on Sunday, by blowing the game. And we just kind of, pick at the corpse for a couple days.
Are you less angry than you were a month ago?
Less angry?
Yeah, about the whole process, how it ended.
I don't say angry. I say disappointed.
You weren't angry that I left, they basically forced me off the show?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You meant like on the air.
No. You're never angry on the air. No, are you less angry now about that than you were a month ago?
No, it's I'm with you on this. I listen all the time and say, why is it over? Why is it over? I don't have a good answer. It's like the Malcolm Butler. To get back to sports.
Yeah, sorry.
It's like the Malcolm Butler decision.
You know the answers.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't have a clear-cut answer. I get asked it all the time, as do you. Mm-hmm. Why did it end? Everyone's writing frickin' stories about you. Every day I'm getting interviewed.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know why. Because here's why. Here's why. I shouldn't say I'm mad at you. Here's why I'm disappointed in you is you could have done this.
No.
You could have.
You know that's not true.
That's true.
You know that's not true, Gerry. They didn't want me back in here. Know that.
I know, but I think you could have forced your way back in, and it could have worked, and it would have.
It's not true. It's not fair. That's such a bullshit thing to say.
No, it isn't.
It is. I've been nothing but honest about you during this entire process. You should be at least honest about me. I haven't said one lie about how you've handled it.
Yes, you have.
Give me one example.
We signed nothing, but my thing
What would you have liked me to do?
My thing,
in your world,
however long it lasted, like a month, 6 weeks. My thing every day was, Kirk, we can do this, right?
And I said, not every day. Not every day.
Well, that's what I said in meetings with the boss.
More often than not,
we could do this, and it was 3 or 4 things that you had to, adjust to. Mm-hmm. It wasn't 50 things.
Well, the thing I read in that podcast is true.
Yeah, no, but we didn't have to do them all. Clearly, we're not doing them all. And I know it's different without you there.
Yeah, well.
But I think, Kirk, you could have done it. You're not that
but
rigid.
Jerry, they didn't want me back.
I know, that's even more of a reason to come
No,
back.
but they weren't going to let me back in the building ever. I could have agreed to that, and they would have said, I could have agreed to that.
Are you convinced of that?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And they would have
Really?
said, yes, and they would have said, well, how about this also? Like, they just kept waiting for me to say no.
I agree the goal was to get you off, but...
And you'd agree that the Kennedy camp, the Brady camp, the Walsh camp, the Baker camp, the whoever...
They won.
The Luong camp, they wanted me all gone. They got together, and it was too much.
Some got together. Yes,
These
some
people walking around here all the
conspired.
time. How do you handle that? Get the fuck away from me! Jesus.
You know what? There's more people than ever.
And they're just staring.
You would like it here because we can pull right in the parking lot and walk right in.
I just
place.
did it.
It's so easy to get in and out, but there's a bathroom and a couple other things around the corner.
See how much you like it by when it snows 7 inches during the show.
I know. They just keep walking by.
They're just staring.
You would have to have the seat with your back.
It's a guy speaking to a microphone. It's not fucking Neil Armstrong. Like people
are surprised that we're still friends.
Like who?
Like strangers, not people we work with, but people, like.
I know
strangers, but friends from outside.
I know what you are now, and it's fine.
Oh, shut up!
What?
Shut up! See, I think
Ken and Curtis both said. Did you listen to their podcast yesterday?
Yeah, and you had to, pop in. God, you're needy.
that was a sad move, but they both think there's more tension between us than before, and I swear to you, maybe you feel that way. I actually don't feel that way.
Well, I feel this. Professionally, of course there is,
Between the two of us?
Yeah, of course. I mean, naturally, we're not on the same team anymore.
But we're not going head-to-head or anything.
The thing that worked for us is we were in sync. I mean,
lockstep, yeah. That's what I always say, yeah.
Lockstep's kind of like a Nazi term, We don't want lockstep. But we were of the same mind.
That's a Nazi term?
Well,
did you read the other book I gave you? But
I'm into it, man. It's great.
Good. Isn't it a good book?
Great. It's great. It's one of those I'm taking my time because I don't want it to end.
The print's very small, though.
Yeah, but I love it. I love those kind of stories.
He's good.
It's called Hero Found.
Bruce Henderson.
Excellent book, just like Sons and Soldiers.
How about the books Mutt's given you so far?
I'll tell you, we're going to keep regressing, but one frustrating moment for me was yesterday when they had this Daily Mail story.
Yeah.
Which went viral. It was in the Post. It was everywhere of the
priest
kid that killed himself. 19-year-old kid, football player, but he killed himself.
Right.
And the funeral, the priest was criticizing him, was talking about he was not going to go to heaven.
Right.
And the father literally went up and said something to the priest, and the priest ignored him. And then, it was a big deal afterwards, and I said, did you guys read that story? And everybody there, it was Dickerson and Mutt, and everyone just looked at me and said, take that as a no. And I know you read it, and I read it, and we could talk about it all day.
I have thoughts on the Catholic Church, yeah.
Yes, we have thoughts.
Why don't you, for a minute or two now, at long last, because we'll never get to do this again, tell your story about why.
I don't want to. Let's talk.
Come on!
Well, we're not done talking about. What are you looking at your phone for?
I just have corporate text. You wouldn't understand.
Corporate Gurkies. Corporate Gurkies. But we should go back to, you said all those people wanted you gone, right?
Oh, we're doing it? Sure, yeah. Well, go ahead.
They did, of course. They did. There's lots of people.
No, but this is good. But we're going to get to the crux of where you and I depart on this. Is you're going to keep saying you should have done this to piss them off, right? Come back
to win. Yes.
But my point is they were never going. They were going to. Mark Hammond would have then talked to Philadelphia, and they would have said, "Well, how about this?"
So you're convinced? You may be right.
That's based on nothing actual.
Yeah, I don't have actual proof of that either. I mean, I clearly think they are happy to remove.
But you'd agree that they used my leave as an excuse.
At some point,
it's impossible.
Which is strange because, like you said, there was no tipping point. There was no boom. That I always thought.
The tipping point, I think, is that the Red Sox complained a lot.
But
that's what I think
always thought you'd get fired, and you did too, by doing something, right?
Yeah.
You'd get fired.
Well, not during this process.
No, I know, but in your career,
in the life of
whatever, there'd be another moment.
Sure.
Where you'd tell the boss to go F himself.
I have no doubt.
And you would get fired.
Right.
We always thought that. And I would be there to try and save you, as I always was.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, there wasn't that moment. You never had that moment.
No, I think they had a chance to step in, and they liked, I mean, the guy who owns the company likes the Mut and Callahan Show. He told you that.
He told me that when I talked to him a couple
he likes
weeks
the
ago.
Mut and Callahan
I think
Show.
Actually, it's weird because we've been doing it, Mutt and I have been doing it since August.
3 months or whatever.
But it only feels like a couple of weeks. But that's more than 3 months, isn't it?
August, September, October, November. Whatever.
4
4
months.
months. Yes.
4 months.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you feel like Mutt's your partner now?
Yeah. What do you want me to say? No?
Oh, yeah, well, you're in a podcast.
Yes. And it's you know what?
You feel like Mutt's your partner like you felt I was your partner.
He's great on these sporty shows.
Well, hold on. I don't care. They don't need to praise him.
And I was going to criticize him.
You feel like Mutt's your partner like I was your partner?
He's like my wife.
I'm trying to get people want to hear honesty here.
Yes. What do you want me to say? No?
What, you like him as much as you like me?
In some ways.
He's so disloyal. It's fucking unbelievable.
Kirk,
I made him. I created him on this show.
I know. Here's the problem: is I was looking forward to you and me and Mutt. I thought that was going to be fun.
We thought that was for a while.
We
thought that was going to be kind of the show.
One of the things they did, one of the concessions.
We basically said to them, "You want us to be more pussies? No problem. We'll add Mutt to the show."
And we said, Alex is trouble. He gets in trouble. And
right.
Other guys are political, like Tomasi and Trenny
and Alex.
And so it wasn't just safe. It was sporty. We were all happy with it. It was a good compromise, right?
Yeah. I mean, we weren't thrilled with it, but yeah.
So I was looking forward to it. So were you.
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, I think we were.
I mean, you like.
Remember, I pitched you guys a couple of years ago to do Mutt full time.
We did every few days. We said maybe we should have every time someone else would get in trouble.
And Mutt was always good to. Yeah. I think Mutt's got to.
And it was gonna work. The three of us every day.
Well, it's the oddest. I think it's as odd a situation as ever that it's two of my best friends, my two best friends in the business, have taken over the show that I helped build. And now I'm sort of on the outside, but I'm still here because I'm working here and I'm still friends with you guys.
Right, and you need
It's kind of amazing. I think it's amazing, and I think a credit to me that I have not gone nuclear on you guys yet.
I know. On us?
Yeah.
On nuclear?
Just out of anger. You know how I get.
Right, irrational.
Yeah. But then once in a while I hear a show and it's so bad I feel good. It makes me feel good for a couple of days.
Like you say you don't want us to fail. You want us to fail.
No, I don't want you to fail at all.
Do.
No, I do not. I do not. What are you doing?
I'm just checking my
fucking phone up. You have nothing else to do the rest of the day. Nothing.
I have
nothing. You have nothing to do. Nothing. What are you going to do?
Take a nap.
All your albums are taken care of. They're gone. You got rid of them.
You thought that was a pretty cool album cover, didn't you? The Eric Carmen cover?
I did. So you want to have the Ken Laird discussion right now or no?
The what?
The Ken Laird discussion right now or no?
No, we'll fight. Why don't we fight?
Sure, no problem.
You don't think
do push-ups every day?
You don't think you could take me in a fight, do you?
You're getting older.
It doesn't matter, but you're
I'm
fast.
hit you in your tooth. You got a bad tooth. I'll go to work on
your
tooth.
Fast and you're a good golfer, but you're not that strong.
Not that we play golf together this year, but that's fine.
No, that's true. We never played because you moved away.
But you must I would say on the plus side for Mutt is unlike me is stability.
I'm not. I used to tell you this all the time. You didn't believe me. I said I like the insanity. You'd say to me,
but
you would say to me,
go ahead.
You'd be better off without me. You say that all the time. You guys would be better.
Well, I think you are better off in some ways without me.
I said I liked the insanity.
Sure.
I liked the volatility, whatever you want term, the unpredictability. I liked it. It was fun.
But you have sort of a different role.
That's what made me different. I know all these other people who work here. I know lots of radio people. They wouldn't like working with you because it is volatile.
Do you think I'm going to be a success in this next thing?
If you're not, I don't think it'll be your fault. You know what I mean? It'll be the medium or the venue or whatever you want to call it, the vehicle.
Right.
It's weird. It's national.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, if you go national and you do fake Trenny, I'll be laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I think locally they'll do well with the people who really like me. It's not going to be as much.
Do they know, by region, internet radio? Do they know where everyone is who's listening?
Yeah, sure.
So and I know you can't adapt. You won't try to be national. You'll do your thing, and you'll do fake Trenny, and us here in Boston will be laughing. And people in Des Moines or in L.A. will be like, what the fuck is that?
Well, the only thing I would say is, and I'm not Howard Stern, but when Stern went national, he still did a lot of infighting and local stuff, even within New York. And as long as it's funny, I think it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but he also like went gradual. Went to
Well,
L.A.
I think
to
that's
Philly.
true. But I don't think a lot of people in Dallas are going to be listening to me at the beginning.
But don't you want them to?
Sure, I think eventually. I'm not. I think it's going to do well because I'm really talented, and I think people want to hear it. But maybe you're right. But maybe you're right. Maybe no one will listen to it. It's not going to be a disaster.
What did you say? Maybe I'm right. I didn't say that.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of what you said. Like that's what you. Yes, it is.
God, you are.
It's true.
You're very insecure about this.
I'm not. Actually, I'm not insecure at all.
I didn't say it was.
I'm actually not.
Fail.
I'm actually pretty confident about it. I think it's going to do very well. But I don't know. But
here's what.
But I have no idea either. No idea.
You know that the people you have in mind will listen and like it, right?
Yes.
It's the question is, can you expand beyond them?
I have no idea. But I think there is. I don't think there are a lot of people out there who right now who are doing what I do. So I think the people who want to hear that, where are they going to find it in other places? I'm going to find it here. Find it with Dale and Keefe?
No.
I mean, they're going to find it in some show in Milwaukee? Probably not.
No. But,
so, I mean, it's different. I mean, I don't know.
And you were doing it, I don't know if it's the right time, but 5 years ago when Ordway did it from his attic. Yeah, but I didn't even know. I never listened to internet anything.
But Ordway's biggest issue was he tried to do. Ordway wanted to go back on the radio. Remember, he tried to put on like ESPN. He wanted to do a radio show. I don't want to do that.
Right. And now people are much not just
5 years
people.
Is a big difference.
Everybody is not necessarily listening to internet radio, but they understand podcasts. And when you buy a new car, they show you how to plug in your phone, and you can listen to this and that.
So why didn't you want to come with me then?
Well, fuck off.
What?
Can I say that?
You can say whatever you like.
Okay, let's set the record straight.
Go ahead.
I fought hard to get you back with me. You did nothing to get me
hard.
with you.
I wouldn't say hard.
You don't even know because you weren't around.
You said meetings. Let's make it
what
out
did you want me to do? Crawl across broken glass?
Well,
I did what I could.
I said what? No, exactly. That's exactly right. That should
I did what I could.
That should be a Twitter bio.
Okay, so you say I should fly to Philly and bang on.
So I would have done.
Well, did you do it?
For what?
To bring me with you.
No, that's different.
Why is it different?
Taken away from a show.
No, you could have gone and said, you taken away from a show?
Yes, of course I was.
So you really cared? You didn't want to hurt EEI? Is that it now?
Well, no, but you and Chris and Ken and Mutt, of course not.
So you could have fought to bring us with you.
Not true. I sat in that room that first day when Tim Murphy pitched to bring the whole show, and you said, you know what, nobody I know listens to that. It's going to be irrelevant.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say
that. And then we went
Kirk,
downstairs for lunch. Hold on. We went downstairs for lunch after.
We can do this, and all I did every day.
Jerry. I'll do this for you because you haven't heard in a while. No. That is not true.
No.
We went downstairs.
I immediately went back to trying to keep the show together. That's what I did every friggin' day.
We went downstairs for lunch after. And don't worry about them. Fuck them. We went downstairs for lunch after, and you said you didn't want to do it. Ken was there. Chris was there. Anna was there. Joey was there.
This is
that
why
was
it's
said
bullshit.
Verbatim.
This is why it's bullshit.
Did you say that? Yes or no? Yes or no? You're lying. You're fucking
talking about
lying.
lunch in the cafeteria?
After, yes.
I said, Kirk, if you get me 3-year deal, I'm come with you. Correct? So
that's not what you said then, Nasser. You said to me on the phone after.
No, I can
days after.
No,
yes, you did.
Because Ken and Chris were there. Ask them.
You told me 3 years, 750,000 years. Which
yes, and that was right where we were sitting, eating, and Ken and Chris were listening, and they both were like, "No, holy shit, is that what he's going to get paid?"
No, you said on the phone.
No,
I
don't
know.
on the phone.
I'm not going to get into my finances.
Wasn't on the. I don't care. That wasn't on the phone, and you had no interest. You just said, "Yeah, whatever."
That's not true.
Okay,
absolutely not true. Of
course,
yes, I did.
And I'm not blaming you.
I did.
I'm not blaming you.
I did.
I'm just saying.
I did not get the sense when I asked other people.
You with me than you did to
the
bring
sense
me
that the enthusiasm on that side was very high to bring you up.
The enthusiasm was never high. I wanted to keep the show together. That was my goal.
Right. But then you would rather do.
You are so friggin' self-involved. Honest to
I
God.
am. That's the last thing I am. That's not true. I'm a great tipper.
You know you did nothing to bring me with you.
No,
nothing.
But this
you didn't make a
Jerry,
call.
Yes, I did. First of all,
not.
Yes, I did. It's like, what are you looking at? There's no text line in here.
I'm sick of looking at you.
I did not. And secondly, you're talking about
removing
me.
By the way, you look healthy.
I feel fine. I feel.
You
good.
don't look all. I mean, I was with you the day you walked on the railroad tracks. You look much better.
In what way?
Like just the facial, the eyes.
Okay, I'm medicated. The difference.
Good?
The difference. It's fine. It's fine. The difference is, it's obvious. I was being taken away from a show. You're fighting to keep me on a show that existed. You'd rather right now, and this is not. People think this is a criticism. It's not. You'd rather do this show with EEI with Mutt and Ken and Chris than do Radio.com with me.
That's not true.
Sure, it is.
We never got to anywhere on discussions about going to radio.com because you didn't do anything
You're
to
a
bring me
radio guy.
with you. So were you. We did traditional, terrestrial radio.
Did you ever think?
You were ready to come back like 10 different times. You'd agree, right?
I think we were close. I've talked about that.
close.
We were close a few times.
We were close. So I would never gave up.
But then they'd say, well, not today, or we have to do this.
See, I don't know. You said it, and I'm not doubting you at all that they were not going to stop until you were out.
I just believe that.
I guess I do too, but you never went the extra mile and said, I can do this. Looked him in the eye.
Correct.
And said,
I didn't want to
do
do it that way.
Because you thought that it was going to be a totally different show, and it wasn't.
Well, sure.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Of course it was.
No, there's only a few things that we couldn't talk about, and no one would have even noticed.
The show's different. You can do more of what you want now because I'm not there.
No, I know.
I mean, that's.
But if you were there and we didn't talk about certain people,
yeah, but I don't. But like the program director, I would never want to work for again. Like I get along with him fine. We say hi in the hall. I don't respect him. I like them all. I don't respect local management here. I think they're middlemen. I think they're pencil pushers. I think they're pusses.
We'll see how much you respect your corporate bosses in New York or
you may be right.
Philly.
You may be exactly right.
As I always tell you about the program director said, you'll like the next guy even less.
Maybe you might be right. I'm just saying
you're never going to be happy with your boss. That's
correct.
Just you.
That's correct. But I'm coming in here every day and working with them, and I fucking hate the midday show. I have no use for them.
But you wouldn't work with them much.
No, but just like the fact that they're on the air is embarrassing. Stuff like that. Like I just couldn't exist. I would listen to them
what was my pitch? We'll come in the side door, do the show, get here at 6 if you want.
But it would frustrate me when
we'd walk out.
It would frustrate me when I was on the show every day that the midday show with Dale and Rich sucks so bad. Now I take pleasure from it because I know I'll be going the same time as them.
The thing that drives
me
nuts
swallow them.
Is that, as we say all the time, you say all the time, is we're the guys being called in and talked to. We were the guys getting the ratings, and you would say that. When are you calling in the other shows?
I'm saying, dude, change. I mean, why?
When are you saying calling them in and telling them that they got to pick up the pace?
But they feel it. But they also feel like they've won too.
Yeah.
Like I see them walking around. I get it. They think they've won, which I guess the only thing they win at. But they feel like they've won, and good for them. Like that's great.
I told the story this morning off the air to Andy Hart of how I essentially got my first full-time gig. And I've told you before, I was on a show with Big O, and I was on the Big Show with Big O and Shaughnessy. And somebody had used the term pussy and gotten in some trouble. And Shaughnessy was saying, that's good, that's inappropriate, you shouldn't talk that way. And when he stopped talking, I looked at him, I shook my head, I said, you're such a pussy. And he got mad, and Glenn laughed. And after that show, the general manager called me in and said, I want to get you on here full time.
That wouldn't happen today.
He said it was the funniest thing he's heard on the station.
Right.
And, forever. And he said, I want to get you. And I think back to that day, the general manager
I don't know what
was applauding me for
I'm not
using
sure what happened.
that word.
We're program director now. And again, I see him, and we're
Lots of things happened.
Much better off than we were before, like even a month ago. There's a guy who sent a penis cake to another radio station. Huh? And 3 years later, he's sitting there getting mad if you tweet about Tucker Carlson.
I know.
I mean, like what,
It happens, though. I've seen it happen with other guys. They just,
it's sad.
Dark forces.
Yeah, but he'll get fired eventually.
Right.
I mean, they all get fired, so why don't you do it your way?
Right. It's a good question.
It's like Wolf with Salk. I'd be like, this is going to cost you your job.
I know. And he did everything. This foolish. This general manager was an absolute fool, and he was an idiot, and he got
who, Brown?
Yeah, Brown. Yeah. And Wolfie did what he was told, and
he
the whole time I'm thinking, this is not going to help you survive here.
No.
You're not going to. He's going to be out, and so are you. And it's true. And Wolfie was a good program director and a really smart guy, and it just ended because, that's the way it works. If you don't, stand up for yourself, it was disappointing, and it'll happen with him too.
What do you like
Happens
better?
with all of them.
What do you like better about Mutt than he did about Kirk Minahan?
Well, you wouldn't talk any sports, or if you did,
it was very.
You weren't happy with it,
right?
Even Patriots, which was.
Well, that's not. I disagree with that. I would talk Patriots all.
I mean, you would, but you wouldn't like it.
Well, no, yeah. Like I haven't. What's funny is I haven't watched a lot of Patriots this year.
You don't watch the games?
Not much. A little bit. Like I watched the fourth quarter and third.
Because of the kneeling, Kaepernick.
Yes, I just don't like Brady anymore.
Well, you must have been happy Sunday.
Yeah, I was. I was happy Sunday. Yeah.
See, Brady is the anti-Kirk. His whole outlook on life is so opposite from yours.
I don't know.
He doesn't.
He's pretty sensitive to me.
But he doesn't want. Yeah, you're both sensitive. I'll give you that. But he doesn't want any negativity in his world. It's like,
right. Well, no, I think he's become now so famous that like you can't even do a follow-up question.
You know what? You're probably right in that regard. That would have been hard for you because we were.
I just wanted. I told you. I told you I wasn't going to do that.
I had a big role in getting them to stay.
I totally get that.
And it would have been hard for you.
I just wouldn't have done it. I told you that. I wasn't going to do the interviews. I was going to sit them out.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't going to do those. I wasn't going to do Boomer. I wasn't going to do Brady.
Well, Boomer's fine.
I'm just bored by it. I wasn't going to do. Okay. If I came back, I wasn't going to do things that were going to bore me.
But I think that you're wrong when it comes to like Patriot Talk. It's good radio.
No,
it can be good radio.
With that. Of course, I see the ratings. Of course, it is.
And it's good ratings. And
no.
That used to be all we cared about.
Yeah,
ratings.
That's not. I have no issue with Patriot Talk. That's fine. No.
Red Sox World Series talk.
Not great. And I think I was proven right again on that.
What?
That Red Sox talk doesn't necessarily translate to radio ratings.
Right.
I think I was proven. It's pretty. You can print them out and take a look. I think I was proven right again.
Yes, I don't disagree. It was they have to be disappointed. Although I'll give them credit. I'll give this station credit. Local management stepped up and got rid of Everett, and we all agree.
And you think if the Red Sox had said to them, "You're keeping this guy," they would have said no.
No, but that tells you
they would have rolled over, crawled.
As you tweeted, that's all you need to know. If the Red Sox.
Well, Everett is just everyone that it's funny. You hear all these guys on the air, Bradfords and they're in Dales and all these guys. Everyone I've talked to said that Everett's an asshole. He's a bitter, like fucking.
But he hated us.
He's a backstabbing, like he'll F everybody around. But he doesn't have the balls to do it on the air.
Hated us, and you know what else?
And now he gets to do 14 Dodgers games a year. So good for him.
That's right. And you know what? Mutt broke that story 5 days ago, and no one gave him credit. No, and today it's like news. Everett's going to the Dodgers.
Really call it news.
Mutt said that 5 days ago. Whatever. We take those breaking news stories.
Nobody really gave a shit.
And he didn't like Lou when Lou went in the booth.
Yeah,
and Lou went in the booth because these two guys, particularly Everett, didn't do their job.
Well, I think Castiglione sucks too.
Yeah, but if you only had one of them instead of two, you brought Lou in.
Me, it's another example for I would have said, okay, great, Everett's leaving. Here's our chance now to tell Castiglione to hit the door.
Of course,
which would have been a half a day story. You could have a new booth. You could go get Don Orsillo, say, from San Diego with Lou.
Like a player.
Well, I don't want whatever. Like Orsillo and Lou, say. Just say you could get Orsillo from San Diego.
Right.
I'm just making that up out of thin air. I don't know anything. You put those two together, and you're off to the races. And nobody would care about Castiglione. Nobody.
What if Sean McDonough is sick of whatever college football?
Well, that's a big pay cut, though. He's making millions.
Yeah, but what if he wanted to do it? He's got money.
Well, sure, but he wouldn't want to do it.
But if you looked around, found someone, you're right.
But McDonough used to be that guy. Used to be 25, so you could find that guy somewhere.
True. And you got so many ex-players.
But they're going to do.
I say this: they have these folk hero guys. Cedric Maxwell on basketball.
Right.
Scott Zolak in football. These kind of, color guys who are kind of wacky and funny.
Yeah.
Beersy. Mm-hmm. And the Red Sox have Tim Everett.
Right.
What sense does that make? You could have Schilling.
Well, I don't think they're going to do that.
Well, too bad. Schilling would be good at it.
That's not going to happen.
Eckersley when he's not doing TV.
I know what you mean. Whoever.
You could have Shawnee Gomes, who's a goof, and he's
But yeah. I know what you mean. Yes.
You could find a folk hero.
Here's what's going to happen. I can tell you what's going to happen. The cheapest, laziest, least creative, dumbest option is going to happen, which will be Dale doing the games at Castiglione. Dale's back. Dale darted into Joey's office the minute he heard it, I'm sure. It'll be Dale on a friggin' remote from Minnesota after an 11-1 game with Keefe on his friggin' computer at the hotel. That's what it's going to be. The worst.
All I can say is it's a good thing you won't be here for that.
I can't wait.
But
it's the worst option possible. They'll do it here.
But I know this drove you nuts, and it would have drove you off the rails on the air when all these people were saying, "Oh, they want to make it a talk show," and all these dicks online or on Twitter were saying.
Honestly, for once I stayed out of it because they're so dumb. Like it was.
Well, nobody said. And Joey was like distancing himself from it. I'm saying, stand up and say, "Yeah, we're going to do the game right."
First of all, no one. You and I, we did this before anybody. I have never once said a baseball game should be like the Kirk and Callahan show. No, because that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
What it should be is, I don't know, two people having a conversation. Like, I used to make fun of Everett, like, everything, no matter what was going on. He would be like, two-ish foul back, no matter what. We're not saying take calls and do bits. Just
everybody knows that. They were being disingenuous.
Right, they were lying.
Dale was being disingenuous when he said that we kept comparing it to TV by saying ESPN's booth on Sunday night.
Fuckwad.
And I'm saying, how about we compare it to radio? Why did they bring Lou in October? Right. Because the two guys weren't getting it done.
Yes.
We needed an analyst. We need a player. Right. They brought him in. That's what they wanted.
Yes.
And never hated it. Hated when they tried to do the games right.
Right. And now he's going to be Charlie Stein. When Charlie Stein
Coffee
has diarrhea, he'll do the
He's
fucking
going to be
games.
the Mutt of L.A.
Right. He's not going to be that bad.
Doing updates and fetching ice cream.
So that's what Mutt does better than me. He likes sports.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, he doesn't resist it, obviously.
Did you do the Peter King challenge as well?
No, that didn't work out as well.
How's the sex? Did you get laid last night?
That was my idea, by the way, the Peter King challenge. You made it work,
Well,
but it was my idea.
You know what I mean.
Oh, no, I'm not taking it. It was funny when you did it, especially because we had it on video.
Right.
We had followed you down. You went to the gym and all that. So it didn't work.
My advice to Mutt, I'm not going to, God knows I got blown out of the radio, terrestrial radio in 2 weeks, so what do I know? I'd say anything that you think I would do, don't do it. Like don't like do the things with the collars like that. It says to me it sounds bad.
Or I know he starts getting on me for like looking at the text machine.
Yeah, that's stolen.
I said that's
stolen
Kirk's
valor.
thing.
Yeah, that's. But
he's been doing this long enough. He's got.
You
plenty
could be a little
of things.
nicer to him too, though. I think you've been tough on him.
Really, unlike you. When you used to do radio with him?
Well, yeah, but it's different now. You
abused the poor boy.
It doesn't feel like you're partners yet.
Well, we're working on it.
When are you going to the Celtics game?
I don't know.
When are you going golfing?
That's
you
right.
Go away on the trip? Are you going to play with him in the tournament this year?
No.
I'm in?
No. Well, we'll see.
What does that mean?
We'll see how much you lie about me when you get your own little cheesy little internet radio thing. You and Andy Hart.
I haven't told any lies. I haven't told any lies at all.
Did I sign anything?
I have no idea. My guess is probably yes. You would if they asked you to. I have no doubt.
Such a dick.
What?
You say you have no idea. That's a lie.
How much time did you do on the Pacific Life story yesterday?
None. But
that's what I figured. Yeah,
I would do it if you were with me.
Right. Well,
do you think I could do it in this current setup?
Well, you can do it like like you're Rush Limbaugh. Tell him to get the fuck out of the way and take some calls.
It's no. See, that's one of those things like the funeral story we talked about. Those things, those rare occasions. Every once in a while, I miss you.
Well, why don't you tell a funeral story right now?
I'll gladly tell a funeral story if you want to do it. But the Pacific Life story, did you watch Tucker Carlson's explanation?
Yes, I saw that.
And I was exactly right. He was talking about litter.
But when you start saying about litter, this doesn't look good. It doesn't.
But when you see it in context, Kirk, you know this better than anyone.
Yeah,
take things out of context; they look bad.
I am not.
You were defending me. I give you credit. I appreciate it.
I'm not rooting for anybody.
I appreciate it. You were defending me, and this is a story no one even knows what we're talking about. You were defending
it's a Twitter
me.
thing, yeah.
And when you see it in context, when you actually see what Carlson reported, you say, "Oh, okay."
But
that's not controversial. That's not offensive.
You know what doesn't matter anymore? Context.
But to you it does.
Oh,
to me it does.
Of course, but I think we know better than anybody now that doesn't matter.
But when I watched it, I said,
like somebody else just withdrew from Carlson last night.
Did they?
Yeah.
See, and last night he showed the original report when he was talking about litter, and he actually showed the
I was
litter.
watching the pregame on Monday night. It was really good.
And it was maddening because what happened to him in this case has happened to us, where they just take everything out of context, and the people who are passing judgment don't take the time to see it in context. I said that friggin' Andy Hart, your favorite co-host, I know you miss him. He goes off on me.
I worked with him. I don't like.
You'd hate him. He's loud. He's sporty.
He doesn't have a brain.
He's another mutt. They're both muscle heads.
Yeah, he's just
They're both short.
He's like a minor leaguer.
He's a good guy. We did a good, and he goes off on me for a tweet that I tweeted about the refs. You went off on me too, but you know I do that all the time. Anyway,
I went off on you about the refs. When did I do that?
Yesterday when you popped into the KNC
podcast. That's a joke.
I'm okay with it, but he goes off on me and said I blamed the refs for the loss. I said, Andy, did you read the tweet? He goes, no, I didn't. I go, you just went off on a freaking 5-minute rant against me, and you didn't take the time to read the effing tweet.
Here's my question about Andy Hart. I don't really care that much about him, but does he write somewhere?
He writes
for
the school paper.
He's never been put in front of us by Curtis or anybody.
That's a good point.
Have you ever read him or Paul or
That's a good point.
Any of those guys?
It's in the school paper, the Patriot Weekly.
The one they used to send to us at the old office.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he does an internet radio show. What a loser.
Pathetic asshole. Probably make one. I'm making to do it. You want to have the Ken Laird conversation now before we leave or no?
No. I mean,
why no? Who's this guy? Who's this
Kirk,
guy?
We're not having a conversation. We're both fighting for our guy. That's all.
But he wants to come with me though.
Some days he doesn't.
I think more days than not.
Yeah, that'd be a mistake. But hey,
why would it be a mistake?
He's got a good thing going here. He's
a big star. A good thing with me.
He's a big star. There's too much unknown. Plus, you're crazy.
Oh, but you get the start of something. Get the start of something
scary.
that's different.
Plus, he knows who he's working for here. once he finds out what he's working for there.
Yeah, well, he hates who he's working for here.
Don't change the subject.
I think that's an issue. If I took Ken, would that be a problem with us and our friendship?
I can't say I blame you because he's great.
If you're me,
but I will have a problem with other people for sure.
If you're me, would you have any loyalty at all toward WEI?
Toward Gerry Callahan, yes, I would.
Toward WEI. The answer is obviously.
It's a good question.
I know
Kirk,
you. The answer.
Kirk,
if the situation were flipped, there's no fucking way.
Kirk, do you really think the guys at EEI, even the guy
I don't
Joey,
care. I don't care. I don't care.
They wanted you gone?
No. They
wanted you here.
No, I don't know about
everyone in this. I should say everyone in this.
No,
building,
that's not true. That's not true.
As we look into the midday show,
Right.
but the people here who matter wanted you back.
Sure, but
the people that you're now working for, these corporate weasels,
right?
They wanted you out because they don't care about EEI.
But my point is, so I should then say, if Ken says I want to come with you, which he has said, I should say, you know what, Ken, you should really stay with Mut and Callahan.
No,
of course not.
I understand your motivation.
Right, so we're both fighting for him and Chris, and I think we're each going to wind up with one.
Okay, when the corporate guy comes here and says, I really care about EEI, I don't want to hurt EEI, and he does this, takes you away first, and then takes someone else, he's lying. He's lying.
Right. Yeah, and I will derive pleasure from that.
So you're not lying. I don't. In this case, you lie a lot.
But the situations were flipped. You try and do the same thing.
But if you play
right,
if you're honest with me,
but you would, wouldn't you?
Probably.
Of course you would.
Probably.
Ken's a great producer. So's Chris.
Yes, but he's much more important to me than he is to you.
That's where you and I disagree.
No, he's much more important.
Why?
His institutional knowledge of the show.
His institutional knowledge of me.
And by the way,
the show is me and you, not Mutt.
You don't have a show yet.
Yeah, but he's going to be a big part of putting it together.
Zero,
I trust him. There's no position.
And by the way,
there's no position that matters more, and I trust him.
Yeah,
I have to have people I trust.
You can hire anyone in the whole country.
So could you.
They don't know my show.
Yeah, they don't know me either. Ken knows me.
I have a show. I have a show. Ken,
I do have a show.
Our show. You know that. The best thing about Ken is his knowledge of the show.
Of what show?
Of my show.
Of what show? Of what show?
And since you've been gone,
no.
Since you've been gone, he's been great.
Of what show would you say Ken? If you said to Ken, what shows did he produce? What would he say?
What do you mean?
Did you say Mut and Callahan?
No, it'd say Callahan. No, it'd say Kirk and Callahan.
Correct. He has institutional knowledge of Kirk and Callahan.
But we have
now Kirk is one way and Callahan's the other way.
And if you haven't noticed, we have a lot of the same characters, the same people, the same
I developed
subject
them.
matter.
I know. So he's going to come with me, I hope.
Right. And
my question is so obviously we're both going to fight for him and Chris. Whatever happens, happens. If I take one of them, you won't be mad at me.
I can't make any promises.
Understand that if I don't get them,
I would understand that I could still be mad at you.
Understand if I don't get them, I'm going to be furious at you, and I will be irrational.
Furious at me? You
yes,
just said
I will be.
You understand?
Yes, but you know me. I will be irrational for a while.
Okay.
You know that.
Okay, if you're going to put it that way, fine.
Would you be surprised?
Fuck off.
Would you be surprised
if you're mad at me?
Yes,
Kirk.
So you'd be surprised if I acted irrationally about it.
Irrationally towards me, yes, I'd be disappointed.
But would you be surprised knowing me?
Surprised,
okay, all right, that's all I need to know.
No, but I'd be disappointed. I mean, what more do you need to know about me? You know everything about me.
Of course,
I
do.
think I'm gonna cross you, like fuck you over.
No. But promises from me.
But you think I'm gonna say, go ahead, take my guys?
No,
Kirk, they've already hurt my show.
I disagree. Mutt
was part of the show. Mutt was there. They hurt my show. We were rolling. We were having a good time. I can't.
Is it the most fun you've ever had?
I can't let them hurt it anymore without a fight. That's for sure.
Is it the most fun you ever had in radio?
Yeah.
I would say so.
I would say, days like when you were over here with the Fire Felger sign and I couldn't talk because I was laughing so hard.
That was fun.
It was just Trini and I alone in the studio. That was fun.
That's going to happen again. What else? Anything else? I'm sure you got things to do.
You got to go. They told us.
We got till 11.
Did he just say you got to get out?
No, I don't think so. It's like the old days of program directors coming in.
What do you really think of him?
I think I made it pretty clear.
Zarbano is in studio with us now.
Yes.
As I told you many, many times, you'll hate the next guy more. And that's true.
Yeah.
And I'm more convinced than ever that you're going to hate the next guy more.
When I meet the new program director in January, we'll see how it goes.
I mean the new boss, the guy you answer to now.
I like the guy right now.
Right now. That's the key.
Well, of course.
We'll see.
But do you think if you're good at your job, if you're a good radio personality, you should get along with your program director? Of course not.
Well, you should.
The ones who don't, the ones who do are
get
pussies.
along.
No, don't have issues ever. That's part
issues.
of the, that's
I
part
get
of the
along
deal.
fine with them. I have issues all the time.
You get along fine with them? You talk to him for months.
Huh? I
talk to him for weeks.
He gets
and months.
paranoid and says, are you mad at me? I feel like I'm with my girlfriend in 8th grade.
People have said
you
that.
Mad at me? I say, what?
I like that. That's when you know you got him.
But the thing with you and me is I don't keep anything from you. I just tell you what I think.
No, I think a big difference between you and me is I am more comfortable with people. You like to be liked in a weird way. Not even that, but you don't like the tension you're not comfortable with sometimes. You're a pleaser in a weird way.
No one is more comfortable with tension than you. I'll give you that.
Right.
You're insane. You like to be hated.
I'm not insane anymore.
I compared you to... Who did I compare you to? I said the only other person I know who liked to be hated as much as you...
I don't know.
Was somebody. I forget who it is now. It reminded me of you because they were comfortable being hated.
Right.
Maybe it's Michael Rappaport. I don't know. But
I'll give you a great example. I thought Trump was awesome a couple weeks ago with Pelosi and Schumer.
Yeah.
Like, he was so calm, and they were so upset. It made me think of, like, a situation.
I was thinking of him, but then again, he
gets sensitive.
He tries to appease the New York Times and the Washington Post.
But I thought he had a great moment in there, in the middle of it, when he was like, we're just being transparent, Nancy. Like, this is like, why do we have to hide? Because they kept saying, let's go talk about this off camera. And he was like, well, why? Like, why can't we just talk about it? That was a great moment.
I would say I'm a lot less of a pleaser than some other people we've worked with.
Obviously.
I mean, you can't do this job and really be a pleaser, especially with the text line and the Twitter and the whatever callers calling and the critics.
If I asked you for much, to promise me much, not really, right? In our friendship over the years,
you asked me to promise
to do something for me or anything. I'm not a big.
Now you're going to ask for something totally unreasonable.
No. I am not. I will say that our friendship has survived a lot.
No, I know what the one thing.
Okay, let me get there. Our friendship has survived a lot over a short time. I mean, we haven't been friends that long, about 6 years, but I consider you one of my best friends. I love you. You know that.
Yeah.
You told me you love me. You told me that.
If you love me, you'd leave Ken Laird alone and let him do his job.
I think the opposite is true. We watched each other bury our parents, and we've been through a lot together. If next February you have Sam Kennedy on your show at spring training, we will not be friends anymore. That I will say.
I'll think about it.
I will just let you know that.
It's good radio.
If I see that picture of you guys with your arms around each other before the segment starts, he told me. So Buckley's writing a big story about me.
Yes.
And he said he talked to Sam Kennedy, and Kennedy
said he had nothing to do with it. I don't know if there's exact words.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that?
I don't think he was a fan, Kirk.
Okay.
I don't think he was a fan.
You don't believe him, right?
And I don't know how it manifested itself, like a direct call, get him off the air.
I know how it works.
But
people talk to people at games.
And there was a lot of games where a lot of important people were rubbing shoulders.
Suites and planes.
In suites and planes and hotels. And you know what? You were always topic A.
If Sam Kennedy had a thicker skin, and the Red Sox had a thicker skin.
Like Larry Lucchino?
Like Larry Lucchino or Bob Kraft, I'd be on the show still. That's my belief.
But there were other dark forces at
work. I agree, but I think that was chief. I think that was first. That's my again.
Do you know that?
I'm I would say 90% sure of that. Yeah. Yes.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know for sure either. But
would you be stunned if that was true?
No, but no. But we know there were other people who didn't like you,
right?
Or didn't like the show, and I don't know how many of them had the power to do something about it. But
what's the future of the Mut and Callahan Show?
What are you talking about? The future's unlimited. You know.
Well, what is it going to? What's the?
Well, we're still working to find a third person to come
permanent.
Maybe
you don't want that.
Well, it depends. Like we always said, if we found we had the rotating co-hosts,
right?
And if we found the right guy, boom, we can.
Well, Reamer?
Reamer's been good. He's been good.
So dumb though.
But he's going to get in trouble again.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You're not going to replace me with Alex Reamer. That's not going to happen. They want. You know who they want.
But He's got more balls than brains, which we like.
They like this guy. They were telling me. Joe was telling me he likes this guy. What the hell's his name? Tim Neverett. You saying you won't get in trouble.
He's special.
It's headline.
Tim Neverett couldn't do a talk show for 10 minutes.
Of course not.
That's how talentless he
is.
I
love Dale. Dale's like, what did he say? Like, Kirk Minahan made it his mission to get Tim Neverett fired.
He said
Neverett. Fuck you.
I mean, Neverett said that to him.
Yeah, I'm sure. But Dale reports this fact. Why can't Dale say? You think I spent 3 seconds off the air? You were with me every day.
No, we didn't.
We made fun of him on the air.
We said we should improve the product.
Right. But you've been with me all the time. Do you think I cared enough to go into the office and say, get rid of this guy?
And they wouldn't listen to you if you did.
Truthfully, you cared more about it than I did. You complained about it more than me.
Right, because I'm more of a sports fan. And
right, you love the games.
I would like to listen to the games, but he was so grating,
annoying
that I couldn't.
We didn't get the chance to talk about the games at all, but on the air, obviously, other than this. Is like you have Sam Kennedy, by the way, met with us a year ago just to give you how much we changed, and basically begged us to try and help them improve the product.
They just wanted to know how they could improve
Right,
the
and that
product,
happened.
and we
correct?
told him.
Right, and we told him, and he sat there and nodded and pretended like he was listening to us, and then moved on. But like the Chad Finns, all these people can write about, and Charlie Pierce and Dan Fuckwad Kennedy can all write about how terrible it would be and how
I know.
But the truth is, do you think 28-year-olds right now are listening to traditional play-by-play broadcasts?
Nope, it's a problem.
So the numbers are down, and the age is going up. So you either can address it or pretend it's not a problem and have it really die.
And we had ideas, good ones. I mean, there's a lot of ways to improve the product.
Yeah, we never said make it a talk show.
No, we.
By the
just
way,
said,
it'd be better. It'd be better than what they have now anyway. But that's not it. There's a marriage.
And they're going to do it, and they're going to do it better, and they probably won't go far enough. I said you should have music.
Right.
You should change the pregame, the postgame, everything. Get with the times.
Are you cool with if Ken needs to borrow stuff sounding and he comes in early? And
No, he's dead to me. He's not going to give him any more shoes.
You no more shoes for
No
Ken?
more shoes.
That's been your. So what's your
Yeah,
prediction?
did you give him any shoes?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I did.
He's not your size.
What's your prediction? How does this all play out? Ken Laird,
I say
Chris
you come
Curtis.
back and we do the show again.
Do you think that's a good way to finish it? Will Kirk Minahan ever be on WEI again?
Yes. Everyone, they all come home, man. Francesa was gone for what, 3 months?
I've been gone longer
On
than
Entercom.
that.
That's true.
Well, how
Ordway,
give me the
Dale,
over-under date. Will I be back? When will I? Where will I be back? Mornings, middays, afternoons?
You'll be back with me.
When? By when?
I don't know. When do you start on this cheesy little internet thing?
March or April.
Christ. I got to get me some mental health issues.
I should go wander
I
around the
got to go
trains.
walk down the railroad tracks. You get freaking a year off.
That was not.
paid.
I don't want to get into it, but you not reaching out to me for a couple of weeks
Oh,
after that
fuck
was
off.
not a great. Not great. Not great.
You don't tell people that, do you?
Yeah. Why? Yes.
God,
It was 3 weeks after I went into McLean before you reached
It
out
was
to me
not.
the first time.
It was
that
10 minutes.
Not good.
After I hung up with this weasel, Joey Zarbano, 10 minutes later I called your wife, and then I called you.
Right.
So stop lying.
All right,
I'm
well,
telling
look
you,
at me,
if
look at me
if I
like-
could
I
get
don't-
9 months off paid. I am walking on the. I'll let the train hit me.
Look at me. I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Say it. Just say it.
Okay. I hate you.
That's not right.
We'll do it again because we didn't do the funeral story.
We'll do the funeral story.
Even though it's topical,
Yep.
it's a little more involved. You know that.
I went 3-1 last week. How did you do?
3-1 on
your
what?
picks.
Funerals?
On your picks.
I didn't make any picks. Mutt's 8-1 though.
Oh,
Could
that's
you have
great.
done that?
That's great.
Could
And by the
you
way,
have
you
gone
stole. I
8-1?
heard the one part I heard you stole from me.
What?
I brought that up on the podcast about grown men putting their pictures on Christmas cards. That's me.
Well,
I said that.
I've been saying that for years, Kirk. Have you ever seen me?
Did you
on
get a card from him?
No,
The picture from them is from Saratoga.
I didn't get it. He said he'll bring it in tomorrow. No, but aren't you on your?
No.
I've never been on a card. My wife goes
Neither have I.
to
We don't-
town with these cards, and I've never been
Well, I
on.
can see Tracy want to do that.
and I
She's
always
big into
say
shows
grown
like
men
that.
don't belong on cards. Dogs
They're
and
for
kids.
kids. Dogs
and
and
dogs. And both Andy Hart and Mutt disagreed.
Well, because they're proud of their bodies. That's why.
And that's true. They're both vain.
Yeah.
We put the poll question out. It was like 98-2.
That's how you got 50
Grown
votes.
men
That's not
do
bad.
not belong on Christmas cards.
All right, that's the way you want to close it?
I guess.
All right.
Hey, happy holidays, Kirky.
You too. Happy holidays, Gerry.